Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered, and today we have the legendary 1997 Toyota Prius, the car that very well could become the slowest thing we ever have round here. This car has been requested by Daniel Plantpot, because of course it has. Yeah, let's see how this does. Front engine, front wheel drive, 64 horsepower, 1,105 kilos of weight. However, unlike last time where the Prius was very easily the slowest thing we'd have ever had round the previous Hot Lap Classic, this time around, thanks to a GT2 Plus mod, it has its restored racing modification, which for whatever reason was removed from the game before it shipped. I don't know why, because I think this Prius looks absolutely fantastic. So I guess we're going to see if that helps it at all. You might be wondering why it makes so little power, and the simple answer to that is it has no upgrades. Literally none. If it wasn't for this racing mod and the weight reduction, it would have nothing. It is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land at tracks at the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is, let's not even bother talking about that. There is only one place the Prius should be looking, and that is directly at the bottom of our leaderboard. The Daihatsu Opti Club Sport 2-wheel drive, 36.663. Can the Prius go quicker than the Daihatsu Opti Club Sport? We shall see. The first thing to note is this is a leany car through the corners. My god, it leans. It is not quick. It is not... yeah. It's a shame, really, because I actually really like the first gen Prius, but I guess Polyphony didn't like this, which is weird, because in the description for this car they bang on about how innovative and interesting it was, and indeed for this time it was incredibly innovative and interesting, but I guess, like I say, I don't know, maybe they thought this was gonna, you know, turn all cars into spluttering hybrids before we knew hybrids could be fun and interesting. 37.005. Definitely could go quicker. That Daihatsu is not safe. The Daihatsu is definitely not safe. That's interesting. It leans through the corners. It also does not have a properly functioning CVT like it should do, which is lovely. I don't even know why I'm braking for the corners. Do you even need to in this? I have no idea. Come on. 36.707. It's close. The Prius is close. The problem is, it's just like trying to get it... You'd think a car with like 64 horsepower, getting it like stopped and turned for that first corner would be quite easy. But the problem is it just sort of... You can see the body roll coming off this thing. I don't think I've driven anything with this much body roll since I drove that Plymouth Fury in the Gran Turismo 2 Project A-Spec mod. Yeah, my god, it leans. You kind of feel the torque in it, though. I'll give it that. It does feel quite torquey, and it does have a fair amount of torque. I think that's the one statistic this car has over that Daihatsu, is the torque figure in it is actually pretty good, but yeah, other than that, it does not have a lot going for it. Bless it, really. I do like the first gen Prius. I don't know if I've mentioned that. It's really weird looking, which I quite like about it. I definitely prefer this to the facelift. Oh! It has done it. It has beaten the Daihatsu Opti Club Sport. No wonder that car's got a long face. I'd have a long face too if I was beaten by the Toyota Prius. And it can still go quicker. Sounds like a milk float. Come on, Prius. Mighty, mighty Prius. The race mod has made all the difference. It could go even quicker. 36.265. It's beaten 2 cars. Haha! Prius! Yeah! Oh dear. You all thought this was going to be the slowest thing we ever have. I thought it was going to be the slowest thing we ever have. But it turns out the Prius is ready and willing to fight. I have a sneaking suspicion if it wasn't for the weight reduction and the racing modification, yeah, this would be this would be the car at the bottom of the leaderboard. But it isn't. A 36.265 means it goes into 67th place. It beats the Daihatsu Move CX and the Daihatsu OptiClub Sport. And that really does put into perspective how slow those Daihatsus are. They were beaten by a car which, let's be honest, has literally no modifications whatsoever. It's all in that wing. I mean, you can see the downforce generated by that massive Mazda 323F style wing. Escort Cosworth, eat your heart out. Yeah, that's that's really depressing for Daihatsu. But, you know, the silver lining to this cloud is at least Daihatsu still owns both the top spot of our leaderboard with the Storia rally car and the bottom part of our leaderboard with the OptiClub Sport 2-wheel drive. Which, bear in mind, that OptiClub Sport 2-wheel drive, the 4-wheel drive version might even be slower than that. But we'll get to that when we get to it. That's it for this edition of the Hot Lap Classic and this very surprising result. I genuinely thought the Prius was going to be the slowest thing, but it wasn't. Join me next time when I will be driving something significantly quicker. Until then, farewell.